We have so far covered the vision, mission, the values, and worked through the goal setting. So we're moving pretty far along. We still have one more area to clean up in terms of goals, and then we can move on to the SWOTs, the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So this is where we are right now, and ready to move ahead. And let's see. The one question that we had remaining from the last session was on values, where David, you were had some questions about the one that says each person has a unique story and means of communication and expression, and you were going to take a look at that and let us know if you could come up with a better way of expressing that. And I don't know if you've had a chance to actually do that or not.
No, I haven't.
I looked at it this morning. This is Suzanne.
Thank you, Suzanne.
That's okay. Watch my back. Each person has a unique story and their way of expressing their story. Maybe that gets rid of some of the... It's just an idea. But I think that's what we were trying to say.
Okay.
Do you agree, David?
I'm kind of at a disadvantage because I always like to start from the beginning and just kind of build to that. I like that. So that I can't just spout values just like that.
The values are on page 2, David, and you had a question about the first one. Okay. Each person has a unique story and a means of communication and expression. You also recommended maybe to split it and have it 2 separate ones. That might work too.
How about if we come back to that and then we'll...
Do you want to come back to that?
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Let's move on then to the goal areas. Whoops, wrong one.
So, are we reviewing the PowerPoint? Is that what it is?
Yes. And do you have that?
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Oh, okay. And you see the slide that says values right under the strategic plan title slide.
And it says that I said it needed further work. I have to get back into that space. That's why I'm saying let's come back to it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, just going on to repeat.
And those were.
Go on.
This is Tanner, and I was going to say, as part of the the October 28th meeting minutes that went out was, it listed basically, what the review of October's meeting, and then kind of what we're talking about now. And there were some, like action items or things that, some people were going to follow up on.
Exactly.
So I mean, Yale didn't resend the October 28th meeting minutes. We just, sent obviously the PowerPoint. The PowerPoint and then the agenda for this meeting. Mm-hmm. Because the meeting minutes for October already had gone out in in November to everybody.
About what date, so I can locate those?
Those went out on November 16th.
Hey, Tanner, would you send me that, the agenda and the PowerPoint again? I didn't get it, and when I moved it, the one that, oh, wait a minute, maybe I moved it here. I don't know. I just can't seem to find it again.
Okay. So for this meeting?
No, just, the PowerPoint for this meeting agenda. For some reason, I found it, and when I moved it, I lost it. So.
Okay. In any event, if you recall from the last meeting, those of you who are on here with us, we reviewed the 4 goal areas that we had set up in the previous meeting and decided to eliminate the last one, the Advisory Council Establishment and Implementation. So that leaves us with 3 goal areas: materials development, website development, and action plans. And those are the ones that at the last meeting for which we set goals. Does anybody have any questions about that?
Why did we do away with, you did away with number 4, Advisory Council Establishment and Implementation?
It was actually incorporated into the first 3.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay.
And also during that meeting, though, I also had pretty much said, though, that was after a meeting, an in-person meeting that Adam and I had on October 22nd with our grant administrator from DOR. They came to our Santa Rosa office, and basically, as far as well, we don't like to use the word revision, but anyway, a slight change to the grant goals. The advisory council was basically eliminated, not in the sense where, we're going to be asking for a specific commitment from particular members from this particular group. We wanted to open it up more, that would involve like a consumer or other agency, native or non-native, personnel. And so as I'm developing materials, the rest of these materials and stuff, then, not only would it be run by this entire group, but others as well. So the way that we have written the advisory council in the grant, in this project, that's what's actually being eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
So there will be, oversight or, always opportunity for feedback, especially via the website and this group and others as the material is developed. Or the materials are
it's not really a elimination of anything. I mean, the group was going to be part of the original planning group anyway.
Yeah, and as I said, it got absorbed into the top 3. So, welcome, Adam, by the way.
Thanks, Yale. We've had some technical difficulties, but I think they're resolved.
Okay, if we're ready to
we send those.
Okay, go on, David.
Send those meeting notes. Last ones. I can't find it.
Can you not find them?
Oh, okay.
I'll send those out to you also again. So let me pull them up again.
While you're doing that,
and I found mine.
What were you going to say, Suzanne?
I said I found it and I recaptured it, so
okay.
I'm good to go.
Okay.
I found the agenda and the slides. Because the slide on this is short.
Right. Okay, so David, I'm forwarding the minutes again from October.
Thank you.
Okay. While you're doing that, if we can move on to the goals that we set last time. Under action plans, we set 2 goals, which the first of which was to establish an oversight group to monitor progress of the plan implementation after the 23-month strategic plan development period. And then the second one, to provide on-site training for ILCs. Any comments on those at this point? Okay, hearing none. We can move on to the goals. Under materials development. And I hope all of you can see this or read your copy that you have. The first one is to revise and update Leave No One Behind, that document, and the Accessing Native American with Disabilities Resource Manual. The second one was, of course, to create the strategic plan document.
Right.
Any comments on those at this point?
And now these are what Yale's reading off of again are the October meeting minutes. So right underneath the create the strategic plan document, that's when Chris Jones said we need an actual plan template to use at ILC. And then I had said that a template and a curriculum is being developed. And then after the plan is approved, I will be going out to some of the ILCs and then obviously like the SILC and the CFILC meetings to do on-site trainings and distribute the strategic plan.
So Tanner, this is Chris.
Any comments on that?
Didn't you say that the strategic plan document will be the template?
Well, basically, yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then the materials. So since GSLC put together or created the Accessing Native Americans with Disabilities Resource Manual, technically, I mean, that is the manual that we will be looking at and revising. And again, from the beginning, that's the manual, well, both of them, but especially the Accessing Native Americans. I wanted to see if anybody in this group thought that there were any particular revisions that we would need to make, or or if you think the booklet or the manual is fine or as it is, and we can just reprint. Because the booklet, again, is not going to be the strategic plan. I mean, it's going to go along. It will be a resource that will go along with a strategic plan.
I think that Accessing Native Americans manual is a good one to use to train staff. What it's going to require, though, is discussion. So I think using it in staff meetings or maybe over a period of a few weeks or whatever to take chapters, and you could certainly use it as a training tool for the staff.